Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your weekly reading for January 5th to the 11th. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and we're going to jump right in, Cancer. By the way, remember the blue asterisk, the best aspects of the week, and you are coming out of an amazing full moon in your sign, and I dropped these forecasts a few days before the actual week. Some of y'all may be moving into this weekend where you have one of the best full moons. You know that full moon is conjuncting Jupiter, so you're going to see what you needed to see. You may close some doors. You may have a turning point. You may be even let out like a good cry, one of those good cries. There's a lot that's happening, especially with home and family for y'all. You have some moments with your personal life, your private life. There's a lot of movement here, but here's the thing. The biggest thing of all is you're saying bye-bye to 2025. We're moving on. We're ready to have some serious growth because we're in Capricorn season. Of course, you've got a job to do. It's Capricorn season. You are locking in your legacy, especially with relationships and partnerships for the long term. And this can be business in addition to love and romance. Also partnerships, as in contracts, agreements. I mean, the seventh house, Capricorn rules our seventh house. So it's all about these commitments, okay? But with structure and discipline, ownership, right? There's a high level of being real with yourself because Capricorn is Saturn ruled. It's grounded in what's real. It's not dreamer energy. There's no clicking heels. If you're in Kansas, you're in Kansas, okay? Capricorn is doer energy. It's all about the gains and the outcome and having a strong finish, okay? And you're possibly going to be rolling up your sleeves because you've got a stellium. You have Mercury, Venus, the Sun, and an exalted Mars traveling together. They're all conjuncting. As you can see, they're merging their energies this entire week. So what does that mean? It means you are likely going to be very proactive and practical and pragmatic and professional, prioritizing all the words. All right. You're going to walk the walk. You're going to talk the talk, especially again, your seventh house. So relationships, it can be one-on-one personal relationships, like with your brother, with your landlord, doesn't matter, right? Wherever that energy is. And since Capricorn is all about achievements, at some point this week, because it's such a powerful week, you will likely take a step back and say, wow, I did that. I got the promotion. I got married. I passed the bar. I got booked on The Bachelor. It's all about your long-term goals, okay? And you're going to be really immersed this week with the ultra rare triple Kazmi with the Sun, Venus, and Mars all in your seventh house starting Tuesday, January 6th. Now, I talk a lot about these Kazmis and the conjunctions in your January forecast. So, as you know, I'm not going to repeat the same information here. The bulk of it's there if you want to go back to that, but this is a big one. You've got the Sun conjunct Venus. You have a Venus Kazmi when Venus is in the heart of the Sun. This only happens once a year, but this year it's going to happen twice because of the Venus retrograde. So toward the end of the year. It's so interesting. It seems so far away, yet it's going to be like that. Remember, this is a reborn Venus, right? She's got maximum power. She is bursting with charm and magnetism. Therefore, you will too. Big time. You're going to attract everything or anyone you desire, okay? But in a very structured way regarding relationships, regarding creative projects, regarding contracts. It's all about the way you do business. And yeah, Venus is money too, right? Your values. It's all about finding the beauty in all things. So, what a week to go on a first date, to, have some feel good moments in a current relationship, to sign a contract, to focus on networking. Venus is so social. It's your 7th house, requires other people, right? That 7th house. So negotiating is a big thing here. Okay. You've got a lot of power. Great time to entertain. Have a tea party. Yeah. With your neighbors. The most important takeaway is that Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, who's Chronos, father time, and Venus is your value. So with this reborn Venus, make it abundantly clearer to you what is worth your time and is it being honored. Now, actually, the same day, the moon will be in Virgo, trining Juno in Capricorn. We'll talk about it in the second spread, but it looks like some of y'all really are getting married. Congratulations. Or signing contracts. Congratulations. Wednesday, January 7th, Venus will conjunct Mars, 18 degrees. Remember, Venus, Mars, and the Sun, they're all at that same degree, moving from 17, to rolling over into 18 degrees. So this conjunction with Venus and Mars can feel like a cannon compared to the Kazmis. This is highly intimate and intense, and it's bonkers because it's in your 7th house. This is a big deal. This is Venus and Mars. Yeah. So your desires, your passions, like off the charts. You got romantic, sensual, creative sparks all rolled into one off the Richter scale. Remember, Venus is reborn and Mars is exalted. This is momentum on your journey, okay, for your long-term goals. So please use this. It's all in your 7th house. At the very least, please network, take inspired action, download Tinder and swipe away. Apply for that job at Chick-fil-A, whatever you want to do, whatever your goal is. NASA, right? Be the head NASA engineer. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. We didn't get this last year. Please use it. Okay. Now, interestingly, the moon in Virgo will conjunct the South Node this day. So there's going to be some release. And there may be some things that you have to communicate. Virgo rules your 3rd house. All right. It can be a little draining. And remember, it's karmic, old patterns resurfacing. However, this conjunction will trine the triple Kazmi. We'll talk about it in the second spread. Now, Thursday, January 8th, you got Mercury sextile North Node in Pisces and trine the South Node in Virgo. So you see the moon in Virgo is going to be actually very relevant this week. You got some things to say. You got a to-do list. Yeah. And you do have Mercury in Capricorn, right? So again, there is this element of relationships and partnerships and contracts, but you are going to be strategic. Mercury in Capricorn is words that carry weight, words that are going to stick. And this matters because it's with the nodes of fate. You could have a fated conversation or an idea or elevator pitch. You could tell a joke on a boat and the sitting people happen to be the next Facebook group that you join. You just never know. All right. You could definitely make like a life-changing decision around this time or hear good news. So much on the table. There's truly something destined for you here. All right. So I love this. And the moon in Virgo, again, very active, will trine Uranus. Yeah. That is your 11th house of your connections, of networking, of organizations, even groups you belong to, but also your future dreams and goals. Now, cross watchers, by the way, Capricorn, Pisces, if you are a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising or your moon or for, your husband, your kid, your best friend, it will be the Capricorns, Pisces, Virgo, and Geminis that feel this sextile the most. If you have any planets 9 to 11 degrees in any of those signs, you will feel it the most. Now, Friday, January 9th, there you go. You got the Sun conjunct Mars, 19 degrees. So you have a Mars Kazmi. The last time we had this was November 18th, 2023 in Scorpio. In Scorpio, yeah. Oh, a lot of y'all fell in love. A lot of y'all got married. A lot of y'all had relationship stuff, family stuff, children stuff. You probably started a creative project around that time. A lot of y'all had babies. Anyway, you can think about what happened for you around that time. But I really want you to think about Mars. That was the last time he had a Kazmi with the sun. So think about that. 2 years ago, he's been active aspect after aspect after aspect. He had these long retrogrades and signs that he doesn't do well, signs he doesn't even like. He's got nothing in the tank until now. He's getting 1,000% of his power. He's basking in that sunlight. It's an exalted Mars being reborn. This is a rush of adrenaline you're going to feel with everything else that's happening. Oh, yeah. And this does set up a new 2-year cycle for you in partnerships, relationships, and contracts, and agreements, and love and marriage. It's in Capricorn. Mars is exalted here where he does his best. He's in true warrior mode. So you are going to feel valiant and plucky and heroic, especially toward your goals. Remember, this is the day they perfect. The alignment is at its peak, but they will conjunct all the way to the new moon. It's strong. Mars is drive and physicality and libido and ambition, but he's strong. So he, like, being charged up like that can be very competitive and impatient and aggressive. So yeah, sure. You can throw everything off the desk in your classroom if it's on your list of achievements. But just remember, Capricorn rules your reputation. FYI, you want to channel this energy constructively because it is that strong. So use it, make things happen, start a new project, start a band, start a cover band, Hootie and the Blowfish. Venus does soften like the edges here, but it is still a lot of energy to exert. So please use it. You're, creating your reality. Go create something amazing. This is your time. If you are a cross watcher, it will be the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And I am throwing in the water signs, you, Scorpio, Pisces, that will feel the Kazmis, the conjunctions, all of this the most. All right. Venus and Mars and the sun. And if you have any planets 16 to 20 degrees in any of those signs, those planets will be aspected. You would feel it the most if you know your natal chart. All right. Now, when we get to the weekend, you've got the sun, Venus, and Mars opposite Jupiter in your sign. You're going to feel it strongly on Saturday. Okay. So you got 3. It's a 3 versus 1 situation here on your axis, the Cancer Capricorn axis, which is power versus protection. It's duty versus care. Yeah. It's all about how you handle this opposition. Obviously, you want to just really make that Jupiter in your sign a bastion of energy where you're putting its expansion, its protection, its comfort, its opportunity. Jupiter is exalted. He is in a strong position, but then you have to remember, so is Mars. Yeah. So that's the true face-off here. If there's anything that should come up, you could feel extra nurturing or sensitive or defensive, maybe even a little bit reckless around home and family. And also, yes, partnerships, relationships, even career. So just know courage really pays off here. And with Venus involved, speaking of payoffs, Jupiter brings that, as in this opposition can bring generous outcomes. Venus and Jupiter they're the benefics. Okay? They're gonna, it is an opposition, but it's a friendly one. So you could see some movement in money, in relationships, just these feel-good moments. Just avoid overspending. That would be the lower expression of this, of Jupiter. And the sun involved, that's all about validation and recognition. Just avoid overconfidence. And you do have the benefit of Mercury in Capricorn, which brings this sensible, logical thinking. This is all about tempering your expectations and not expanding conflict and being very diplomatic, because over the weekend, the moon will be in Libra. So what does this mean for you, Cancer? Two things. A, the moon in Libra. Libra rules your fourth house. You got your ruler in your home. Okay. Libra is a filter. And so you have a lot of emphasis on home, family, real estate. Okay. Property matters, your roots, ancestry, all of that over the weekend. But you've got Venus, Mars, the Sun, Mercury in Capricorn. You've got Jupiter in your sign. And then you've got the moon in Libra. Yeah. Meaning the moon in Libra is going to trigger that opposition. You've got a T-square. Oh, but that's not it. You throw in Chiron in Aries up here. Yeah. You have a grand cross that this opposition forms as two T-squares. So work with this energy. You've got Jupiter in your sign, and that's why I think you're going to be fine. It's all about how you handle anything should they come up. But we will talk about in the second spread where we do lunations and asteroids and planetoids. Just know it may be an emotional weekend, and you might have a decision to make. Cardinal signs, with it being a grand cardinal cross, Aries, Libra, you and Capricorn will feel it the most, okay? If you have any planets 18 to 22 degrees in any of those signs in your natal chart, there's going to be something. There's going to be something. Let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you with January 5th to the 11th. Cancer. Yep. And by the way, that is, the 10th house where Chiron is. So it's healing old wounds too, with your reputation, with career. Yeah. So big weekend for you, Cancer. I do a traditional cult across spread. Yep. Offers the best overview, especially for a weekly reading. And if we need to pull clarifiers, I got you. All right, Cancer. The other thing is, you're a lot of you are getting married. Congratulations this month, or getting proposed to, or signing a new contract for a business, or starting your own. There's a lot of great things happening. Let's get started. Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're making this very easy for me. Thank you. Look at it. Oh my gosh. You have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is you, right? Queen of Cups is so in her feels, has all this strong emotional intelligence, this really big leader. She does what her heart desires. She has so much love to give. She has so much self-love. I also love the fact that there's violet, purple in this card, which isn't very common, okay, in this deck, which is very unusual, because that would be, violet and purple have the shortest wavelength. So they have the highest output of energy, of that frequency. That's why the crown chakra, it's all up here. It's very spiritual. I love this. So you are going to have those moments, especially, remember, you have the North Node in Pisces. That is your 9th house of spirituality, your belief system, all of that, wisdom, inner wisdom, your worldview. So really great. And remember, that's activated this week in a strong way. So this is nurturing energy. This is compassion. This is empathy. This is that feel-good energy I was talking about, that high frequency that brings all this recognition that you deserve, all this success that you deserve. This is eminence. This is you rising above and people taking notice. And so this is you taking that inspired action for what you deserve and getting recognized. I love this. You're good. You're absolutely good. You got the Empress in your challenge areas. So two things here. Really, really live life through your pleasures, through your passions. We only have one life to live, right? Make it count every day. And when I say that, one life to live, that's in this reality, FYI. That's really great. All right? It's because it feels like it's fueling you. And the other thing is, yes, there could be someone in your life, possibly female, possibly fun, whom you may have some conversations with, all right, that might have to do with love or money, all right? So just keep that in mind. Those are big themes for you anyway, and I don't get that feeling here. It's just a gentle reminder. It could be a maternal figure too, by the way, and it could also be you, and when I say that, it's because of the opposition. Remember, there may be this tug of war between work, career, and home, family, nurturing. So keep that in mind. You've got that Seven of Swords. So there is something that you might be holding close to your chest. There may be something about truth about a situation, being honest with yourself about a situation, and you're still under the window of that full moon in Cancer, so you may be going through those motions still, but this is just saying, let's be very mindful of that. There can be something here. He is a little sneaky, right? The Seven of Swords. It might have to do with love or money in your future. So just be very honest with yourself, especially if it's something circumstantial as well. Now, you have the Knight of Wands and the Root of your spread. Go forth. You're on a mission for your passions, seeing it all the way through. This is a knight who wants to transform his life. And this is just, it's double fire. Knights are fire, wands are fire. Whoosh, you're going to be great. And by the way, if you are a cross watcher, you know this is the one. Every week, there's always one card that shows up in everybody's spreads. Knight of Wands. Now, wow. You're good. You're good. You got the Death card in your future. Very exciting. I don't know the last time, Cancer, you got the Death card, but it is, and I say it all the time, it doesn't come out as much as it should. This is indicating, oh, you're onto something big. You're moving in the direction of something that is life-changing. The Death card is ending one chapter, beginning a new one, and you just had that very potent full moon in your sign. Yeah? So, great. You're good. Look at the sun coming out on the horizon. Yeah? You're moving into great things. Sun is good health, wealth, vitality. It's life force energy. It's opportunities. It's optimism. You're good. Just don't resist change. It doesn't seem like that you will. It seems like you're moving into it, that you're creating it. Well, I love this. Let's get to your stuff. Cancer. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, share. Hype is the new thing. It's the new kid on the block. And leave comments. Tell me what's going on. I want to know. I want to know. You got so much happening, and this is an amazing month for you. Oh, just wait until you get to that new moon next week, right? In Capricorn. All right. Cancer, let's see. Oh, yeah. There's changes in the air. Changes in the air. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah, the star. And this is healing. This is growth. This is expanding that wisdom, seeking wisdom. This is things around your world growing. But you have to put in that effort here, right? With that inspired action, keep moving into that change. Yeah. All the stars will align for you. This is also hope and faith. Having all of that, right? This is really exciting. You're going to feel strong energies. Let it propel you forward. You have the Seven of Pentacles in your external factors area. There's someone that's sitting on the fence. It could be your partner. It could be a business partner. There's someone, maybe a colleague. Maybe there's just someone here who you might need to have a conversation with. And it's a good one. It's about your finances. It's about your future. It's about, things that you own. It's pivotal. It's going to be a pivotal conversation, pivotal moment for you. And it's not a bad thing. It's just saying, take that pause to move forward. Okay. Because it feels like someone in your life is at a point where they're like, let's really think about this. And you're going to be like, well, it's clear as day, the direction we're moving, how things are changing, that we're adapting to it. Everything's great. So that may be a little bit of that opposition over the weekend for you. But it's not a big thing. And if anything, you feel that you need to take some time thinking about your direction moving forward, remember, A, don't resist change. Trust your intuition. What does your gut tell you? And B, is there something that's happening in your life that you feel like you've worked really hard for and now it's sustainable? Okay? Because you got the Hermit. Take that time out. Yeah. Have your moments. Okay? Go deep. Go deep. This is saying you've made accomplishments. You've climbed the top of the mountain. You have your moment alone to think about what you want to do next. Remember, all this Capricorn energy is all about achievement. You're already halfway there. Well, a lot of y'all are already there. You're like, okay, round 2, please, which is amazing. And then you have that 5 of Cups and your final outcome. There is something that will change. Okay? That's why I say don't resist change. And for a lot of y'all, it's got to be something that it's significant enough for you to take that pause. But B, don't get stuck in the past. He's stuck in the past. He can't let things go. Okay? You see behind him, he's got those 2 full cups. There's that hope. There's that optimism. You've got to be able to see it. In order to see it, you have to let go of the past. Remember what I said, out with the old, in with the new. Bye, 2025. Yeah, in sync style. So this bridge connects the past with your future. You've got to cross that bridge. Remember what I said in January, you're building that bridge. And you can even see the water under the bridge. It's that literal. You've got to let some things go. Okay? And that's just going to open up so many doors, and that's going to make this path easier for you. So keep that in mind. There may be something here. Actually, I'll clarify that for you. We'll take a look. It may be just let it go. Okay, leave it in the past. You're going to be fine. You're going to be good. You got the Ace of Cups. Again, you saw your January 4th. Yeah, you're good. You got 2 cups behind you. You got that Ace of Cups. There's something new brewing for you. It's going to bring it's life-changing as your spread. Again, who gets the Ace of Cups twice in a row, right? You have the Ace of Cups in your final outcome, and this is new opportunities. It is this new path that is just so joyful. It's tears of joy. It's filling your cup, overflowing. You see that. And so, very special. Very special. You got it, lads. You're good. You're absolutely good. And this can be anything. A new job, new career, new relationship, even patching up a current relationship, whatever it is, getting proposed to, like I said, getting your dream job, whatever. This is so meaningful to have the Ace of Cups and the Death card. You're good. Cancer. All right. Thanks so much. Next week, we will go deeper in the aspects. And like I said, everything now is building toward that new moon in Capricorn. Like new beginnings, here we come. And then, second spread, tier 3 members, really good and legendary members. Do you know where to find the link? We are going to go over the moon with the South Node. That could be your 5 of Cups moment. There's something that's being released. And then we will go over the, Cardinal Grand Cross that you have over the weekend. But anyway, anyone's welcome to join. Thank you so much. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like a buzz, subscribe, all of that. But tell me what's going on. This is amazing. I want you to get really excited. This is epic. It's chef's kiss. Yeah, I just did that. All right. Thanks so much, Cancer. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.